Oh, this tune is so firing me up right now. It's the tune that I thought, well, maybe it's just too mellow for the morning, but when you listen to it 1,000 times like I did, then it's just sticking to you. So, good morning, early birds. It's a brand new week. Everybody had a happy 4th of July, I hope. Didn't hold the firecrackers in your hand, and if you're from Europe, you just had an extra day off. It's 4 a.m. Eastern Time. It's 10 o'clock in Amsterdam. And Kairesh Camelan thinks space is going to the moon. She's ready. He's ready. She, he, she. I don't know. BKM Trader, good morning to you. Well, the thing on my screen is TC 2000. I'm going to pull it up. That's just my thing that I'm grabbing to show you what trades I'm going to make. And 2000 with the trade zero. I'm sorry. And IB, what's IB? IB, IB, IBA, IB, 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 IBB. Help me out, Anne. No trade. ASTR gonna rise. Okay, let's look at ASTR. Let's do tickets right after start. Why don't we? Just to get us started right now. Okay, made a nice move here on Friday, the day that I was not trading, but I can see why you're looking at this one. Oops. So this really is something that I'm not going to put any levels in, because it's just something that you want to trade on price action. So do that, please. Low float of 37.5 million. There are no real levels to this one, so price action is the one to trade for ASTR. It's gonna rise, no tribe. Okay. Trade zero. It is trade zero. And we're gonna talk about the watch list in just a minute, and then go day trader. But some of the levels that I will give you are also good for swing trades. absolutely sure about those. So let's look what's going on right now in pre-markets. Some pre-market action to start the day with. So looking at volume, of course, in pre-market. Didi. Oops. Look at Didi. That's not a pretty sight. BZ also down. Blin up 20%. So this is the opening. Blin opened here at 980-ish, got all the way here to 1244, and then decided that's just enough. Pulled back here, and so on the 1 minute chart that you see here, and now it's just sitting here and just waiting to see what this one can or will do. Let's look at Blin on a daily. What you're looking for here, we looked at this one before here, as you can see, and this is just a secondary runner for you, and you have to really trade this one also on price action with intraday lines. So Blin might be in play. OCGN is on our watch list, so let's look at what OCGN is doing right now. It is up 15% ish, but also down again. So really nice. This is just not knowing what to do, then just spiked up here all the way to above that 902 mark, which was a level for a long time. But people got triggered in here, and then boom, boom. The next 2 minutes while you're having a sip of your coffee, it just fell down here. So this is the danger of trading in pre-market. You know that if you do that. So only trade this if you have the money for it, or trade with small size, because it's easy manipulated. So all the way up here to 914, and then boom, boom. Well, can AMC squeeze to 100? That's the question that we all are asking ourselves. There was some mention of someone who's going in short. I don't know exactly who that was, because I didn't know the source of that. So this HET. Ooh. Can you buy the dip on this one? Oh, that's difficult. That's just so difficult for such a small stock. Float of almost 100 million. So that might just be good enough for you. ODT is just hovering here now. So Marin software. Let's look at Emrin. All right, look at this. 1, 2, 3. This is also, can immediately tell you what it's going to be. This is also going to be a price action trades. If you want to know what price action trades are, then I really did some at length explanation on this on my own channel, which is on at 7:30. If you want to know where that is, then please be very sure that you will check that out on my Twitter. My Twitter handle is below this volume, and this is it. It's real nice. This is my phone number. No, it isn't. So you can follow me on Twitter. Okay, guys, it's and girls, of course, it's 10 minutes into the show. It's not as busy as normal because, well, you know why. It's vacation time, and we have a little bit more time to do some tickers from the chat. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the watch list also. So let's look at the watch lists. This is my watch list for today. Isn't that a beauty? So on the watch list are DDD, CNC, STNE, CWH4, FOUR,
OCGN space SPCE, RIG, WISH, CCL, of course, NNDM, of course, Pfizer, XLFT, and Uber. Oh, okay, why not? So we're gonna do that real nice and good and well thought of watch list. AMC in a watch list. AMC in a watch list. Let's do AMC. Why not? Everybody's talking about AMC, so why shouldn't we? So this is on a daily. We drew this line, well, a few days back. Just try to get above it here, but what we're really looking for on this day is some squeeze up here. So it's just now having some trouble here to get above this negative trend line here. So I'm just going to call this one also here. For a real squeeze, you really have to look at something like this. At least I am doing that, so you don't have to, but if people are going to short this, then anything under 52, they see. So other people are also looking at these charts, and the bots are looking at these charts and say, okay, this yellow one here is the 20 moving average, and this green one here is the 9. So this is resistance, and then there's the next resistance, this negative trend line here. So if you're going to short this, then you can short this all the way to 39 if you want to. That's not going to happen, but there is a room to short this one. So let's see if Bulls or Bear will win this. Good morning, Waltz. Good to see you. What do you think? Got my Benzinga swag on. What do you think? Is this something or is this something? If you want to buy that, then watch this video. So let's do this, guys. Let's and girls. I'm sorry, but nice. Yeah. Thank you, Hamad. I'm not really sure, but I think this is old stock, so it's just a nice shirt, I think. And you can buy that even if you're living in Europe, I think. So just check out that website and. Maybe this is something for you. So let's look at the DDD. We looked at DDD in this area here for all the newcomers. Normally this is here on the left hand of my screen. This is the 5 minute. On the right hand of my screen, this is the 1 minute. And I have the yellow line. This is 20 of the green line. Sorry, that's the 9 EMA. The 20 is the yellow one is the 20 and the blue one is the 50. I'm sorry, this feels like a Monday. And then this is the 200, which is not of any use on the 1 minute. But if I switch to the daily, then the same lines are here. And there is the 200 SME I'm using to see if there's if this also counts as some kind of a level. So this is happening to DDD now, all the way up, and now just trying to get back to this level that we determined here, this 35.78 level. And that's because of this is 35.82 and this is 36-ish. So in order to these lines here at the bottom, you can just forget, of course. So you can day trade this, but if you're a swing trader, you can use these levels also. Why not? So what you want to see, of course, is this 35.78-ish has to hold at least, because if it just dips down a little bit further, and then here's your next lower high that's going to form here. So if you're a little bit weary about this one, then you also can say, okay, 36-ish will be something that is also a level that I want to look at. And then here, this green one on a daily is now at almost 37. So if it gets above this green one, then it surely is a bullish sign for me. Then this is big move up. And then just not knowing what to do, just sliding, you think. And if it gets above that 9 EMA with a lot of volume, or with volume enough, it can move $3 a day. So then you have really a bullish sign. Well, some people asked me 2 weeks ago or something, I don't know, what happens if this 37 line here breaks in pre-market? So if let's say that it breaks right now in pre-market, okay, then you can adjust this level, of course, and you can use the pre-market level as your level for trading that day. So if it gets above here, let's say something like this, oops, if something like this might happen during pre-market, then you can just say, okay, I'm going to use this pre-market level here for the breakout to the top. So this 36.92 might still be a level if it just, and then can be a support level, so you still can watch this. But if it is above this level, then you have to draw new levels. So we are here at 4 a.m. Eastern time. It's a long way before the markets open, and so you really have to check these levels during the whole pre-market. So this is not what we're looking at right now. So look at, let's look at DDD. This 36 might be a nice level to play off from. So just dipping under this 36.03. This is not a lot of volume, so 36 would be nice for me. And what you also can do is then use this 35.78, sorry, as a stop loss point. So this is what I want to see. Really strong move to the upside for DDD, and that was real bad. It's not a line. It's not a line. It feels like a Monday. Doesn't it feel like a Monday for you guys? So this is something I want to see. And then anything above this level here and all the way up to this 37.76 level might be something that you want to play on DDD. I should use an orange shirt OP, that's right. But my influence is not that big yet. So it can be, I can be the most influential host of Benzinga. No, I cannot. I can never pass Joel, of course, but what you can do to help me out is to hit that like. No, we didn't look at space yet. We're going to do that. So this is a watch list. I called it out, and let's look at what's going on the watch list. So let's do the watch list. I'm going to do tickers from the chat later on. So this is CNC. You know why it's on here. I want a very simple thing on this one, and it's just it's finally going to break out of this range here. So this is what I want to see here. Oops, okay. So anything above 74.81, and I am long in this one. I'm going to use this one as my long. If you're a short player and it doesn't get there, then you might consider a short if there's a good setup. But it's also the stock that can stay here and hover here for a while. But I'm going to put it on my watch list. Going to watch this one during pre-market, and if I see something like this, then I'm going to be in this one. STNE, played this one more than once. Now I don't know played it, or if we played it, but we looked at it. Oh yeah, we played it here. I played it here. Remember this one here? Yes, this big spike up. So, well, same story here. This is what I want to see here on STNE. But there's something else going on right here. Or is there? Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. I just wanted to check something here. Big move, guys, in ODT. So STNE is also something that I want to trade above this 70.61 level, but there is this red one here, which is it's trying to get above this red line here, which is the 200 SME on a daily. So anything above 69 might also be of interest to me. 68.95-ish is also a level, so it just might fall down and then just get, well, this is now something that's that you don't want to see this real big spread here, but there's something lacking here, I think. But so this is now these are the levels here for STNE. 68.95, 70.61. CWH didn't have the greatest day here. We played this one at a 30 level, and it's now at 40 here. Be careful, 70 million float, so, and then it can make moves like this. So what you want to see here is 38.70 really needs to hold. If it's this is really a level here, of course. And then you can just draw these levels also. This is 39.76, and this is 40.27. Good morning. Four, FOUR. Not a stock that we talk about a lot, but well, if something like this happens here, if you're swing trading this and you see 9 and 20 crossing, then you know what to do. I presume that you do. But this also might be some,
when they kiss here, this also might be some kind of a level, and it's trying to bounce here. This is not looking very pretty, but this is with these new higher lows, and this is just not a new higher high, but this is. So just a nice little bounce here at 96.22-ish, and then to the top might just do this for you on 4. OCGN. So OCGN moved up in post-market all the way to 871, and post-market was a while ago, of course, and then just fell down a little bit here. So up, and now it's opening above this post-market line here, opened here at 871, which is some long-time resistance, it seems, or a long-time level at least. Tried to get above the 902, tricked a lot of people in, or tricked a lot of bots in maybe. And we're still waiting here to fill this gap all the way up. So just did that here, and then decided not to go any further. So 822, 871, 902 are still the levels on OCGN for me. So OCGN 822, 871, 902. Good morning, goedemorgen Leia. Space. We drew this purple line, and if you're new here, then you might not know that then this is not an exact line of resistance or support in this case, but it's an area of support. Sometimes it's not exact science, it's just not right on a kisser, but it's just an area of support. And it might just be right now. So space, yeah, space. Well, based on what you see here, you just can say, okay, what? That's what you can say here. And that's not a big technical analysis term, what's happening here. So this is just not looking very nice, of course. Everybody can see that. This is not something that you think, okay, this is going to the moon. It might. But what we know and what we see and what we're trying to trade here is this 44.84. So as a day trader, I really want to see something like this going on. It just might hit this area and just not fall right into it, but just might hit it just because there is some kind of level here also. But this level is certainly something that you really have to take into account. And then if you want to trade this one to the upside, then what you want to see is something like this. So I'm looking for maybe some dip here and then buy the dip and then all the way back up for space. If that's not going to happen, then well. And you can also trade the breakout, and the pre-market high is now here at this 47.50-ish level. And then there is also a lot of room to the upside. So this is one way to play it, and the other way is to play the breakout. And you really have to make sure that if you want to do this, then
if this is your breakout level right now, but it just might get over that get above that, sorry, during pre-market, and then this is another level, of course. I don't know, OP. I don't know. Amber in the pre-market. I looked at it. Is this on my watch list? No, it is not. Rick. Say no more for Rick. So this is just odd looking, isn't it? Not. So you want to see this on as a second day, third day, second and a half day runner, and you want to see this on a price action. Something the thing can really move. And this ATR says it's just 34 cents, but it's now double topping on the 15-minute. So this is normally not a good sign, but if this one breaks on the 15-minute, then you have something to look at again. Please look at price action for Rick. You might also play the VWAP bounce if it's strong enough. Wish. It's on the watch list again, and why not? You tell me, guys. You tell me, Wish. What's going on here? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I really don't know. I really don't know. I really didn't know. I really didn't know. I really didn't know. So this looked to be absolutely this day, and this is just very hard. So this is now this high here, 1214-ish, is something that you want to look at. Be very careful with Wish. You all know why. So I'm just going to say that's going to break out here again above this 1207. So let's look at 1214-ish for this one. But you also have to trade this one on price action. It does not hold any levels at all. CCL, that's something I'm very, not everybody is so, we watched this 40 level for a long time, thinking that it just would go there because this is this 40-ish level. We thought, okay, it's just falling here and trying to grip up, going down again, trying to get, oh, it didn't get there. Okay, oh, it gets there. Oh, really? This is something that you want to see. But, and this is something that you want to see, but now it's just doing this again. But you also can see this move, of course. This is just not giving you a lot of confidence as a swing trader. I think that it will get to this 40 level. But as a day trader, you really can see something here. So this is 2570, and this is 2570. And that's why this 2570 is right here. So CCL has this well, let me put it another way. If CCL drops here and it holds this 25.70, then it's a buy the dip situation for me, and I'm just gonna want to buy this to the upside. It does that a lot of times. So I'm always having I'm not always discussing CCL here on the early bird show, but I have it all the time on my watch list because I just look at it for the first 10 minutes, and if something like this happens, you're just gonna watch it all day long, and then it's always gonna be bought up. Not always, of course. Not always. It can be bought up on a day, so it can make these big moves, falls down here, and then just gets back up. And that's something that you want to see on CCL also today. So 25.70 is my line in the sand, and that's what I'm going to look at today. 25.70 for CCL. And while we're first visiting old friends, I just want to have a look at NNDM. And you can see why here. So 1, 2, 3 times. And will this be the fourth time that it bounces on a 200 here? Or will it just finally give up and fall down? So it really used all the algos are now programmed in a way that it has to stay above its 200, as you can see here. 1, 2, 3 times, 3.5 times, 4 or 4.5 times. I'm not sure. So be sure that it stays above that 200 here. But to the upside, there's not a lot of room, because here is a level, here is a level, here is a level. So it just might, if it's getting some momentum today and it gets above all these levels here and it's getting above 812, then there is a lot of room to the upside. So 812 will certainly be some kind of level that I'm going to watch today. I don't know if it gets there because it had a lot of trouble and we know why. So it just might also be some kind of reversal play. So waiting it to fall down and then just buy it up again. The reversal long play, which is my specialty. Are you spamming me, Hermanto? Don't do that. Hints? Hints? This is hims and hers, healthy. What's your plan with this one, Leye? What's your plan? So this is something, if you want to buy the dip here, then you are if you want to short this one here, then it's just might just go and do something like this. But well, the thing with shorting the stocks like these is that there are no real good levels here to. It's a young stock, very young. You don't want to see this one all the way to this $8 mark. So this is difficult. I don't know. I really don't know. Sometimes if you don't know, then you don't know. That's also a good thing. Well, what you at least want is it's staying above these lows here. So 28, 1028 would be definite something that you want to look at. But it's just something that it's a little bit difficult for me. CCIV. Yeah, I looked at CCIV. If you want to trade this one, be my guest. I'm not sure. Just take the news on Churchill out of the equation, and then just look at technicals and look what it will do today. So tries to get up here. So this high is now higher than this high, and this low is higher than this low. If you see this, if this is your line in the sand here, then but that's just too far away for a day trade. So use the low here and use, that's also the 9 EMA 2665 is line in the sand to the downsides, but it's now already here at 2754, so it really has to pull down and then get up back up again. I don't think that it will, based on the news, it will not hold any levels at all. So price action will be the play for Churchill for me. Disney. Well. You could have snatched this, but it's a $2 move on $176. It's way above its the levels of COVID here. So this line is now something that you don't want to use anymore. To me, this one is just now hanging out here. And if you're a swing trader, then something like trading within this range is something that's really interesting. If you just, so you buy it here and you sell it here and you short it here and you cover it here. So as long as it does something like this, then you might just want to be interested in this as a swing trader. The levels here are obvious, 176.23 and 177.84. As a day trader, I am no longer interested in Disney because it does not move for a big stock like this enough for me to make a nice profit. So, but swing trading this one between these levels might just do the trick for you. J-Lo, is it coming home or is it coming home? I hope for you. If you're supporting your team, then I hope for you that it will come home finally after 1966, winning the last big tournament. So if Harry Kane is doing what he's supposed to do, then you just might get to the finals, and well, in the final anything can happen. Uber. This is a buying the dip opportunity. So from 51.75 back to 50.65 here. Just might fall down even further, and unlike small stocks, this one gets up eventually. So 50.65, 50.05, 51.77, and 52.41 for real nice levels to trade this Uber stock. On average, it moves only $1.50 a day, but we all know that it can move a lot more than that. Well, this is also just now kind of oscillating in this trading range here. So odds. I'm not a swing trader, I'm a day trader, but if I see this, you just can try to buy it here and sell it here, short it here, and then cover it here. If it gets above this 39.88 line, and you want to see something to the upside. This level here is now 39.36-ish. So Pfizer might just do the trick for you if you are watching the levels 38.72, 39.36, 39.88. Well, let's look at T, why don't we? We had to trade this on price action a few times. This was one time, and this is why. So this is a gap. And eventually it wants to get up there again. It's not going to happen today, of course, but this is not giving you any confidence. So, but as a day trader, if something creeps up like here on this, just above this 200, then you easily can this as some kind of support. You need some volume here. It's only moving 30 cents a day, so that's not enough for any trade. So you really want to see volume in this one in order to trade this, and maybe, just maybe, there will be a trade in this one. But I'm not gonna keep it long on my watch list. Watch list, that's for sure. XLF, interesting because this is happening here. So I'm looking here for 37-ish. This is 37.03, 37.05, 37.02, 37. Do I need to say more? I want to see this one breaking, and then it can easily move all the way up here, and maybe this is your next level, 37.40-ish. And we talked about D. OP, I don't know. Did we miss the train? And if he did, then, well, there's always another train leaving the station. It's a price action play. No, you didn't miss any trains here. A lot of possibilities for Emrin. Why not? If you want to play the pre-market breakout, then just this 26.78 might just be something that you want to watch. I'm gonna do this on price action because it's defying all rules on levels. So now it's just not looking very strong, just staying under its VWAP. So just watch this one during pre-market, and then maybe you can trade the pre-market high break. So nothing left the station yet. DLO, the next PayPal. Wow. I have to use it. Holy grandma. Nice call, Martin. Nice call. Nice call. Talking about missing a train. This is missing the train. I'm gonna trade this one on price action. I'm gonna put it on my favorite list. So thank you for that, Martin. That's nice. Well, Brittany, that's difficult to say. I'm just so people who are in here are in here for the long run, like Martin is maybe, or he got in here or something, or here, I don't know, but people bought this here or here or here, and they are watching these charts like we are doing right now, and there's gonna be a point that there will be profit taking, like it was here on this day, and like it was on this day. So people are just watching this and saying, okay, this is just scary looking to me. This is scary looking to me. Now it's just sitting here. And you know what this pattern tells you here? So if a stock gets up like this here, and then just sitting here on some kind of a level, not an exact level, like you cannot pinpoint it right here, but it's sitting here right now. And if it sits here like this, and it did now for 1, 2, 3, maybe here 4 days. So it just sits here. I am calling this that it is. No, I'm not calling anything. It's just sitting here, and people are now. You have to imagine that people people who own this stock somewhere here or even here or even here, they are watching this now and they say, okay, well, as long as it stays here and it goes up, I'm going to just stay in here, or I'm going to sell 50%, or I'm going to sell it all. As long as it stays here, then maybe it's not heavily traded right now. So all these people are now waiting here. They bought it at $40 and think, okay, I'm going to make a nice profit here, a $10 profit. If it's as long as it stays here, then I'm okay. So I'm not going to trade it. That's why this. You see something like this, so it's not heavily traded. And people are now just sitting here and waiting for things to happen. So if you're in it, and there is not an obvious level here, so if you're willing to take this one here, so basically what they're saying here, take no offense, but you see this big move up, it's sitting here and they're just waiting for the bigger fool. So they're just waiting for someone to buy it here and to buy it here. But if nobody does, so this is what they're waiting for. But if nobody does, and it just sits there, it does not, they sell and buy it at the same price constantly, then 9 of 10 times this happens. Because they eventually going to say, okay, well, it's going nowhere. Maybe I'm going to get back in if it breaks this one. So now I'm going to sell it. And one person sells it, a bot sells it, another bot sells it, and then something like this is going on. So if a stock was up and then sits here on a lower level, 9 out of 10 times, this happens. So I don't want to be in this one here. The opposite is also true. If it sits above here and it sits here and trying to break that level, then 9 out of 10 times you can expect something like this. So now, while it's sitting here, you're just going to say, okay, I missed that train now. And everybody is waiting for all the Bosch traders in the world and for all the OPs and the Martins, and Martin's really getting this one. All the Brittany's in the world to really say, okay, anyway, it got up, I'm going to buy it. And they're hoping for something like this to happen so they can move, so they can get more profit. So you never can really tell, but this is just a dangerous area to get in here, even if you're day trading it. But you can still watch this one, of course, and say, okay, I'm going to be very confident in this one if it just breaks this 43, 48 level, but just might be some fake out play. So something like this happens and then it breaks. And there are some real experienced traders, market makers who will trick you in this one. That you're thinking, okay, it's getting above this 43.50 level, this high here, it's getting above it. Okay, now I'm going in. I'm going to play this little breakout here, and then you get pushed down again. Okay, I just was reading some news and SQBG, really? Okay, guys, it's 5 o'clock Eastern time. It is. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So, if you want to know what I'm doing all day long, just might, because get something out of this. I will tell you what I did today, if it's related to this show, of course. And I also will tell you what I'm going to do if I have the time for that. Sometimes there are slow movers, and then I will put out watching, and then I'm watching, and I'll call out a ticker. And if you watched this show and you see that it's getting close to a ticker that we talked about, so let's see, this is STNE. And if something like this happens on STNE here, this nice little thing, then you might just see me calling out this one and saying, I'm watching STNE now because I want to see this dip here into this level and then back up. It might also do something like this. Then I also can call out, I'm watching STNE because I'm watching the breakout. So if you want to see what I'm doing, more or less, then follow me on Twitter, because you can see what I'm doing right there. And if you see my tweet, then just like it, because then I know that someone is paying attention, and that makes it just a little bit more fun than just putting out there anything. Oh, the last NAKD, is NAKD doing something again, or is it not? And AKD is thickly traded, as they say, so that's something that you really have to watch. But these penny stocks are difficult to trade sometimes, just in the first few minutes, maybe. So this is a lot of resistance here. So I would wait at least for this 67 to break. And then a lot of people are going to try to short this here, if that's possible at all today, or if it's on a margin. But anything above 67 for NAKD might just do the trick, but be very careful for this one. And this just might do something that you don't want to. See you, J-Lo. Have a good match tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure. Okay, guys, this was the Early Bird Show. There's only one thing that you have to do right now, and that's hit that like and hit that subscribe button. If you did do that already, share this with your friends if you want to do that. And please be sure that you trade safely today, and you know that you just have to trade this. Treat all the information that I give as information purpose only. Be sure that you do, and have your own watch list and have your own strategy. I'm sorry about that. Thank you, Daily Donkey Salty Balls. I really love that name. Be back tomorrow at 4 a.m. Eastern Time. That's 10 o'clock in Amsterdam. There's no 7:30 show to this this morning or this afternoon, but I think I will be back tomorrow. So be sure to check that out. And if not, then I will see you somewhere in this week. Thank you very much for watching, and be safe, everybody.